It's Sunday. Hope you've had yourselves a great week. Now, it has become such a craze in Kenya to buy land. But are we buying land because it's the in thing? Or do we want to build homes or even put up retail outlets? Well, a little later on, I'll be joined by Edwin Kiranga from Diamond Property Merchants, and he will shed light about investing right. But just before that, here is the Property of the Week segment. A steel security front door opens into a spacious lounge-cum dining area. The wall brackets are supplemented by recessed lighting in the decorative concrete ceiling. The ornamental functional fireplace, done in clay bricks and Mazeras stone, gives the room a dramatic lift. Polished ceramic floor tiles pave the way into the dining area. Two of the windows are purely aesthetic. They don't open but allow in extra natural light. This pass-through window from the kitchen to dining space presents great options like acting as a serving area with ease of access from the kitchen. Do note that the kitchen is sunken on a lower level than the living area. This makes it feel open and inviting, balancing the coziness of the living and dining rooms beautifully. The brown MDF cabinets and drawers create a rich contrast against the all-white kitchen walls. There is a single sink with quality faucets, granite countertops, and space to fit a 4-cooker burner. More storage room exists under the stairs. The upstairs ceiling is made of pure mahogany. The two smaller bedrooms display similar features with ample floor-to-ceiling MDF wardrobes. Wide windows let in plenty of natural light. A definite bonus is that each bedroom is en suite with a water heater switch and durable faucets in the bathrooms. A 1,500-litre water tank sits in the ceiling, and there is provision for solar in the entire house. The master bedroom features ceramic floor tiles that are different from the other bedrooms but aesthetically pleasing, as well as TV ports. Its balcony's design varies from the usual so as to increase your privacy, and it is accessed through a triple lock security door, just like all exit doors in the rest of the house. The master bedroom is spacious. A foldable towel rail gives you adequate space to hang personal items. Security will be covered by an electric fence and reliable security company. A resident association will represent the interests of all occupants in the 20 houses. Phase 1 has 11 4-bedroom units and completion is scheduled for February 2017. Each unit is going for 14.5 million. The price is negotiable. The developer will happily give a referral to your bank to help you get the best mortgage rates possible. More amenities that residents will enjoy include a children's playground and swimming pool. School buses drop and pick children attending schools along Magadi Road, Ngong and Karen. Enjoy leisure activities at hotels within a walking distance. It's a 100-meter stretch to the main road and then 10 minutes drive into Kiserian town. Do you love collecting mugs for your tea or coffee and not just using them for a functional purpose but also an aesthetic one? Well, we show you how to have a great and unique storage for those beautiful mugs and to make them stylish as well. A steaming cup of coffee or tea in the morning is such a usual in almost every household, and because of that, most of us have a mug that we simply adore. Some of us even have multiple mugs that we love, an entire collection in some cases. We have put up an extraordinarily creative DIY mug storage selection meant to make things easier when it comes down to your kitchen showcase. If you're a coffee lover, then you're sure to collect cups or mugs, or at least have dedicated a space for your coffee habit. Coffee mugs are one of the things that serve for merely simple purposes but hold a huge, cool and fun value in the home. Coffee mug storage is an important part in creating a functional and cool appearance of the kitchen. Perhaps you have a collection of mugs and have been wondering what would be an inexpensive way to store them. Maybe sometimes old tricks have been exhausted, so you can only lock them away, which is not really advisable as no one can see the beautiful collection you have. We have gathered a fun storage solution for you where you only need a corner in your kitchen, which you already have, and hooks, which are super cheap. This also saves space in your room as you only need to hang them on the wall. First, you need to establish a system for displaying mugs by using an inexpensive hook system, which will allow for coffee mugs to stay out in the open all week long for brew and go cups of coffee. Ensure as you put up the hooks there is enough space between the mugs. If putting the hooks under the cabinet, ensure you look beneath the cabinets so you know where you want the first and last mug hook in relation to the sides of the cabinet. Too close to the edge and the mug may dangle beyond the cabinet side. Measure the mug height to get a rough idea of how far to space the mugs apart. Place small pieces of tape where you prefer the first and last hooks and then measure the space in between to determine how far apart each hook must be to accommodate the mug sizes. Spruce it up by mixing up the mugs in different colors, which is turning your mugs into decor for the kitchen. You can add a touch of inspiration by adding a motivational saying on your mug decor corner or putting up letters with a permanent marker. It is also super creative to add boards on the kitchen walls, which you can place the hooks and hang the mugs. The boards can be made from recycled pallets or crates. One can vary the shade of wood, whether you want it painted or stained. Using mug hooks is beneficial as they are inexpensive, easy to install, and you can purchase them locally in a variety of sizes and shapes. In addition, they are functional beyond just holding cups, but also extremely decorative. In not too long, we'll be telling you about making those great home investments. Join us after this short commercial break. Welcome back to the show. Today we are looking at investments, home investments to be precise. Just how is best to go about that? With us is Edwin Kiranga. He is from Diamond Property Merchants, a director there, and he will shed light into this. Thank you so much, Edwin. We really appreciate you coming. Now, tell us, you have been in the market for so long, and you've been seeing the need that has been there with regards to home investments. What can you say about this?
Thank you very much, Mel, for having me on the show. As you said again, my name is Edwin from Diamond Property, the recently crowned top 100 mid-sized company in the market. And our main aim in the market is to make Kenyans like myself and you become homeowners and most importantly invest into the property market, which we all know is the in thing right now as the market currently stands. Kenyans have been uptaking land, or rather investing in real estate over the past couple of years. But we realize there was a mismatch somewhere. 70, 80 to 90% of us who are buying into real estate, preferably toward the land side or speculative investors. But really the main need, land is just a means towards home ownership. So when you have 20, 30 of us, 50, 70% of us investing on it just plain as it is, or call it idle land, that is a disaster waiting to happen. The question is, where will I get a home when you're sitting on idle land?
What you're saying, the need was looked into, and you came up with these different approaches to help Kenyans buy and build land. But let's look at some of the approaches that are there. There are about 3 of them just before we get to buying and building.
Okay. Diamond Property has 3 key major approaches in real estate investment. One is for those of us who are still speculative land buyers. I just want to buy land because I know the future lies in the land. I don't want to build a home on it, but I want a piece of land, a title that I can call my very own. We are giving you that land, and of course we want you to provide a solution to the economy through food production. Or you have what you call agribusiness, a major concept that's running along Namanga Road. We're talking about over 3,000 buyers right now in our phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and the soon to be launched phase 4, where you buy a piece of land, you have a greenhouse farming going on there. All you need to do is just sit back home, relax, and wait for the produce to repay you from the land, of course. That is one key solution to the land that used to sit idle, because you have an economy here waiting for this produce. You have hungry Kenyans here waiting for the food products, and you have a huge parcel of idle land that is highly productive in here. So you're investing in real estate, and you're actually providing an economical, a solution to an economical challenge.
Well, what is the response on that approach
it's immense.
So far?
It's immense. That's exactly what actually won us, the top 100. And we thank God that the market really responded well to it, and they're now reaping from the fruits and the benefits of it right now. People are making money from the parcels of land as they sit home. But that is the first approach, which is probably 20, 30 to 30% of what you do currently. The second approach is the buy and build. Looking at our current urban setup, there's a day-to-day need to provide housing. Population growth is the order of the day. Yes, the economy has tried. We have all these nice apartments coming up, and they're fully being occupied, but is it enough? Of course, the answer is no. The demand is way, way over and above the current supply. So the real estate company felt there's need for us not just to retail parcels of land, but to give you a parcel of land that has already already approved plan into building. So you're buying a parcel of land, currently it's retailing below 1 million shillings, and you have approved plans for building your own home. Need to know that it is a gated community, controlled development. So even though I'm on Kangundo Road, I still have the same ambience that I'll get in South B, South C, Langata, or any other estate that I'll buy into. Number 2, the cost of owning that home is way lower than the current one, because realistically speaking, our current economy is carried by the following. We have a group, a target group that has been locked out of the mortgage industry. I earn 100,000. I would like to get a mortgage from a bank to probably buy a home. The current average housing prices ranging 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 million has somehow locked some of us out of that particular bracket. So what do? Do they just condemn them into perpetual tenants? Of course, no. As Diamond Property, it is our space to tell them that there's another option.
And so make sure it's affordable.
It's affordable.
And I want us to get to that because,
yeah.
As you had mentioned, and the acreage.
The acreage. So we have a project called Ebenezer Gardens. Magana Garden is in Joska. Joska is along Kangundo Road, barely 5 kilometers from the main road. And the area has been primed into the next, call it the next Kitengela, call it the next Siokimau, Kiserian. So we're looking at you buying an eighth of land, which is 50 by 100, at 600,000. And then when it comes to the building plans, we have an 50 by 50 square meters house. That's a bungalow, 2-bedroom, that will cost you only to 1.5 million. So 1.5 million being the cost of the house and 600,000 being the cost of the land, at 2.1 million, you are a homeowner of a 2-bedroom bungalow. Most of us in Nairobi just want to become homeowners. I want a roof over my head so that every day when I'm done hustling in the town, I can go and reside and rest in a place that I call my own. That is the plan. And of course, it goes further and you extend it. Of course, we've subdivided. We have those who will get the mentioned plans. Probably need a more primer one at 5 million, 4 million. So we have the bungalows and the mentioned plan within the area.
So what you're saying as Diamond Property Merchants is that you come in to build as well as giving out the parcel of land.
Perfect.
So you're looking into gated community. Is this what Kenyans are really hoping to get into, in your opinion?
Perfect. Where the future is headed, I mean, rather than just owning that home, I also want security. I have a young family coming up. I want them to grow up in a nice, neat neighborhood, which has an impact, on their moral upbringing and all that. So we are moving the Langatas and the the Langatas and the South B, South Seas towards the outskirts. And which other better place to talk about than Kangundo Road? So we have, of course, the bypass that is already there. We have the dualization of the Kangundo Road that's coming up. So if I want to own a piece of this lucrative real estate, and I still want to own it affordably, and I live within Nairobi, I want toward the outskirts of Nairobi, I only have one logical option. That is Kangundo Road.
And so that's where you are.
That's where we
are. Mentioned about Joska and Kamulu. I want us to look at the costings. We had mentioned them a bit earlier because, yes, you're giving out this parcel of land. You mentioned it's an 1/8 acre at 600,000 bob, but the cost of construction is about 1.5 million, which is more than buying the parcel of land. Is this the trend, as in your opinion?
Well, currently, right now, the cost of acquiring the land is way lower than the cost of constructing. But let's look into the future.
Yes.
Into the future, with technological advancement, this equation is being inverted. You'll get to a place whereby, with technological advancement, the cost of constructing a home is way lower. Probably I can construct a home with modern technology at $1 million. But that is 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now. 6 years from now, I'll need a land, or a piece of land to construct this home. Yes. So it's 1 million. At that particular time, what will be the cost of land? Going by the current marginal appreciation, this parcel of land that's going for 600,000 right now will be trading for 3 million, 3.5 million then. So there are two options as a future homeowner. Do I sit and wait and buy it then at 4 million only to construct at 1 million? Or do I buy right now at 600, then construct then at 1 million? To my viewers, this is an option you need to make right now. In real estate, we normally say, don't wait and buy later. Buy now and wait, and probably develop on it later. So as Diamond Property, it is our major calling. For those of us who've been locked out of home ownership bracket for a very long time, please know that this is the right time for you to go into it. It's never too late. And we have all the options available. We have the infrastructure laid out for you. So not just buying into a desert somewhere, not just buying into no man's land out there. We have everything already planned for you. The approvals are already there, because you don't want you to go to the land registry to start chasing about your titles. You don't want to go now to the city council trying to get your own approvals, name approvals and all that. So we have everything done for you, plus the plans and the drawings. So all you need to do is just press the button, make your payment for the land, make the payment for the housing.
That box.
Tick. Do I want the land and the home? Tick. Then give us 6 months, you have your bungalow ready. Give us 8 to 9 months, you have a mansion ready.
All right, a question that I'm sure many viewers would want to know. All right, maybe I have this 600,000 bob with me right now, meaning I can purchase the land. But what if I'm not ready to build?
Okay, we're looking at it as a future investment. So one, there are 3 types of buyers. I want to buy right now and build later. Or I want to buy now and build now. Or I want to buy now, but I literally know that I have no funds to build, so I'll wait on it and see. So like for the Kangundo, the Ebenezer Gardens in Joska has a cycle plan of 4 years. The current plans and the approvals and the costings are actually bound within the 4 years. So within 4 years, you're looking at 3 things. One, we'd have the one who bought and built. immediately. There's one who bought and probably they'll build in the next 2 to 3 years. There's one who bought but they have no plan of building. So we're looking at in the next 4 years, what will happen? The fact that your neighbors to the left and the neighbors to the right have already constructed and you're in between there can only attract one thing: high demand. People will be knocking at your door because when they come to Diamond and they want to know who's the owner of this parcel of land available strategically in between there, the only thing Diamond has is the contact of Mel who bought this land 3 years ago. So of course they'll be knocking at your door and they want to buy that parcel of land. Of course, you know very well you'll not sell it at 600,000 when the demand is up there. And that is what you call investment, strategic investment. So you either have an option to exit in those 4 years, of course, at a marginal gain. But furthermore, at the point of acquisition, we have what you call flexibility. You have options. I've saved my 600,000. I've just gotten my end year bonus 600,000. Can I buy? Of course, well and good. We have you covered. Number two is I don't have the money. Very few of us have 600,000 lying idle in our account with the current economical situations. So you start by booking by 10,000 shillings. That's the value of booking. So we'll take you to the shamba, we'll take you to the site, go see the project, make your booking, and then you come to the office, we agree. We have installment plans. We have 3 months, 6-month installment plan. We have financiers who are already waiting. Probably I want to repay within 24 months, something that Diamond can't provide, but we have friendly financials with the current friendly interest rates, which guarantees you the property now at the current friendly repayment for 24 months or 36 months. The most important thing is you've already seen that the future lies in real estate. I want to own that future now. So we have all those options, either as a cash buyer, a short-term installment payer, or probably 3-4 years through the friendly financial that we have. So our main calling is to advise you and make you walk through, as you walk through the steps, to make sure that you make a decision that will be beneficial to you and also to the economy. And that's what Diamond really specializes in. We call ourselves the home of strategic land investment. We don't just want to buy land because so-and-so bought land. We want you to buy land that, first of all, genuine, that is affordable, that is strategic to guarantee you future returns, and also to give you value now, either through the buy and build or through the agri. Perfect.
In your opinion, what is the way forward?
We expect the demand to keep on rising. It's actually projected that by Vision 2030, Nairobi will need to house at least 3 times its current population. But the sad news is on the same space of land, which is currently not enough. So look at it this way. How will we house this 3 times population by 2030? Only one option. Nairobi will expand outwards. And which are the outskirts right now? There, of course, the Joska area, the Kamulu area, where someone with your naked eyes can actually tell you, this place is far from town. It seems to be on the outskirts now. That's where the value is. By the time the population is tripling by 2030 and all these people will need a house over their head. I come from Kakamega. I can't live in Kakamega and work in Nairobi. That's a fact. So please don't wait until then. We thank God that we have all these aggressive foreign investors who are coming in and they're giving us this nice solution, nice apartments. But do we need to be buying from them when you can build on our own? Then don't say that I can't afford, because you can. I've given you options.
All right, tell us about the number of acres you have in both Ebenezer and Kamulu.
Kamulu is less than 3 kilometers from the eastern bypass. It's retailing at 1.2 million. Still the same concept of buy and build, either bungalow or a mansionette. Pricing is still the same. So I'm either buying at 1.2 million to build a bungalow or a mansionette. Ebenezer is a project of 75 acres. You're looking about 450 of you in the same gated community. That's a huge neighborhood on the outskirts of Nairobi. So right now we have over 50% of it sold out, but the rest, the uptake is still there. Kenyans have really bought into it. Investors are coming in and every day to just buy into this future of home ownership.
What are your final words, even as we look at home investments and trying to tell people that, yes, you can still come in?
So if you're at home and you're wondering, okay, I think this makes sense and I want to be part of this, how do I get to us? Please visit us at, just come to Kenya Cinema. Each and every Saturday, transport available free of charge from 7:30 all the way to 9:30. Just jump in, say, you know what, I want to go and see exactly this future that everybody's talking about. And then you might never know, maybe that's your future home.
Thank you so much, Edwin, for giving us all this insight into home investments. And for those of you watching now, no more excuses. You can own that home, become an investor even in retail outlets. Just make sure you send the word home to 22002 and you'll be home and dry and get that investment that you've been long looking for. What better way to end the program than giving you those insights on making the best home investments? Join us again next week as we delve into more issues on the property market.